Welcome to satsang. The wind is not good.
No, but if I cough,
What?
May I speak?
Of course, yes.
From our exchange yesterday, it has become clear that I once again fooled myself into a presentation of the mind.
What was the presentation?
Well, it's, how can I say, it's like a belief in that, in something that could appear as a perfect understanding.
Okay, you saw it.
Yes.
Well, okay. So what are you doing with that? You carried it from yesterday till now. It's quite heavy, no?
Yes.
So now you can leave it from where it came, that thought, that old belief, huh?
Yes.
Old desire, old belief. I wanted just to tell you, just after you, I thought it would be before, that you are yourself. One is the self. Whatever the mind talks about or the body expresses. So it cannot depend on a fulfillment of a desire or belief or concept. It's laughable, huh? It's laughable. But don't create a new one. Don't create a new one. The mind is is the best creator.
That is clear.
Just not.
Just not.
Yeah. So let this clarity let it free you. Don't make it again a new understanding. Ananda. You tried harder. Yeah.
Yesterday you said that a very small conviction or belief can spoil the whole milk. Poison.
Yes, a drop
And
of poison.
It resonates so strongly in me, like a very strong feeling of I don't want to spoil the milk.
Yeah. It's never spoiled, huh? Yes.
Is silence from the mind?
The silence you mentioned, sure.
Because when I meditate on silence and Om. So I meditate on the mind.
You meditate on a state of mind. Your meditation brings you to this state of the mind, which could be very deep.
Yeah.
Silence. Om surely is the result also of pronouncing Om. It helps for silence.
Yeah.
Still the mind, that's what I say. There is nothing wrong that the mind presents itself in so many ways, you see. If you meditate, of course, you leave the agitation. That is the goal of meditation. But in fact, we always forget why we went into meditation and what we really want from the first. From the first, one wants to free himself from the tyranny of the mind, which makes believe one so many things, and one, the base is I am bound, or I am not free. And that justifies the search, the attainments. Through a few practices you can fulfill the goal in a way as you conceive it. But the real freedom is here. It is yourself, which is not owned by anybody, anything, which doesn't depend on some clarity or understanding of the mind. It is totally free in that sense, but that's your real nature. And from there springs I and its own personal existence and whatnot. But you see, to realize what is already realized, I take the sentence of somebody else, but I like it very much, is priceless. Because whatever happens then, it's to I. And you have demystified the reality of the nature of I. I is a basic thought. It's a thought. So that has to be rooted out, the belief that I is what I am. It has to be rooted out more directly than to root out states which happens to I. It's more direct, you see. But of course, you may hear this when you went a lot into silence, the state of silence. I don't deny. We need a few years of practices of this and that to be able to take this, you see. But since you are here for liberation, it has to be pointed. Whatever you experience, it is still the mind. The mind has a range of levels which is so infinite, you see. You can fool yourself if you trust the mind. It will always look like a quality which is mentioned in the scriptures or expressed in satsang like that. Then you say, I experienced that, so that's it, and then you are fooled again. Because one day this will go. It is not satisfying the real search to just be what you are. So you cannot control, you cannot reject what happens in your mind. You see, there is no point. But just don't allow yourself to be fooled. Okay, now I am in a state, it's good to even express, in a state of silence. Very good, enjoyable maybe. It goes well gone also. It was not it. I am freed from states who I am really.
And is the sound of Om, is that also a state?
Hope is a tool, it's a help, because it is the shortest expression which it's very minimalist sound.
Yeah.
It comes and disappears immediately, and it brings you a vibration of depth. But it is still a manifestation. Huh? Can be a support. A few things can be a support up to a certain extent. And then they become an hindrance itself. Who wants some very good coffee?
Good.
No? But you need a cup. The beauty of this sound Om is that any other sound will bring you some object, some image, something. Om makes you appear and disappear as I. He appears and he disappears. So now for you it's time to ask if there is any meditator at all.
Yeah, that's the next question. Yeah. Yeah.
Reply yourself.
Sorry?
Reply yourself.
Reply yourself.
Tell me yourself the answer.
I don't get it.
Geef jezelf het antwoord.
Antwoord zelf deze vraag.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Then keep quiet. Keep quiet. Why do you want always to stir up something? Hmm. I hear something there. Did you say anything?
Thank you.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Paula, you did your homework? And what happens?
Self-inquiry brought me that everything, even when I'm aware of my mind and my change of the mind, it's everything, its illusion is not permanent. So I don't know where mine, or I cannot still.
Don't say, I don't know where my. Finally, maybe there is a chance to keep quiet in yourself, which is already there. What more do you want? The thing is that you saw that. Very good. You saw that. Everything that we can catch, in fact, is impermanent. So it is the mind. But then you see, you still trust the mind. It has not rooted out so-called reality. So you are like in an expectation of what's next. I don't know myself. When you say I don't know myself, it will make you search again. So you see that everything is impermanent. Very good, very true. Now you keep quiet. What more do you want to? What more the mind can know? If himself says everything is impermanent, where can he go?
I just don't want to go with this impermanence of mind, with this not, with this that brought suffer. This is my difficulty, not follow. I'm aware of my thoughts.
Yeah.
I continue to easily go.
Be vigilant. Doesn't matter. It's uncontrollable. But be vigilant. Suddenly, when you realize I'm aware, I'm going with my thoughts, you just stop. You just stop. And do that, and then you will see. You will speak differently. If this body and mind don't die, it will go on. That's what I said in the beginning. Whatever the mind speaks to you, or even the body, yourself is unchanged. Who you are is first. So, and when I say who you are, don't make it, when I experience I am, so it means, no, who you are is an indication, because it's impossible to reach there, so it's an indication towards. It's not even I am, it's not I am not. Finally, the mind keeps quiet to try to name it or to own it. That's a big relief. Because you see, what is most important? Is it to keep quiet, which means you don't fool yourself? Or is it the result that you are no more going in your mind and you are no more identified, then it is an attainment of whom? Of someone. So keep the essential. The essential is to realize I'm always myself. Whatever shape appears, whatever, I'm myself. And unshakable, you keep quiet.
In Holland recently, I was in contact with a healer who worked with their violet flame and the I am command.
Command?
The I am command. He said like that. Not just I am, but the command. And rather strange, but is that useful? What is it? And he uses the energy of the Master Saint Germain.
Yeah, it's
the violet flame. What is that? What is this?
A melting pot.
Sorry?
A melting pot.
Amazing.
A melting pot, which may work to heal something if anyone trusts it. But it has nothing to do with the realization of who you are. You know, everybody makes his own soup with whatever it takes, the best from here and there. It's like that. It can work for a few at a certain levels, for a few and so on, but yeah, why not? And it concerns the existence, huh?
Concerns?
The existence, the life of someone. Which can be useful at moments in the life of somebody. Of course, I don't deny it. But the search for liberation doesn't need any flame and doesn't need anything, I believe. Yes. Well, it needs a fire to desire liberation, that's sure. Yeah. Which will bring the right finger. The right finger who will show the moon, as the expression is. Will show you the moon, but of course the moon is not there.
It's a joyful day today.
Absolutely. Ask Atmananda.
I'm sitting in front of him. I'm like,
I was just reminded of this purple flame. Daniel and I was studying with Neton, and I was excommunicated. Daniel stayed, and then soon Neton started teaching purple flame. He had to chant purple flame. So he finally quit. I don't know why she picked up from somewhere. Somebody recommended this, and she suddenly started using this as a mantra.
Surely a Westerner mantra. Just over you. It's a funny day. Some experiences can be striking for somebody who gets it, and it may even be such that it can change the life of someone, but it doesn't mean that it concerns liberation, you see. So, everybody, of course, if someone doesn't hear this or doesn't want to hear this, he will then take what changed his life, he will transmit that as a way to change the life. So that is so personal. But it is part of this mind, of the stages of the mind, of the suggestions of the mind. Who you are, as I say, doesn't depend on that. What a luck, what a freedom. Doesn't depend on the mind, nor on the sattvic state of the body. Doesn't depend.
Can you say that again? The sattvic state of the
Body.
Yeah. What is that?
Or mind.
Or
Sattvic means purity, pure. You see, you clean yourself, you drink salty water. Which is good, of course, for the health, up to a certain extent. And so on. No, it doesn't depend. But of course, one sometimes has to pass through all this to reject, to say, okay, it's limited, it gives me a limited satisfaction after all. Is it that? No. As I, myself, I believe I was enlightened when I was 20, imagine. Because I took this salty water and the body became luminous. Imagine, all the cells absolutely self-luminous. I said, oh, that's it. On top of it, it stayed, but only a month. Then slowly, zoom. It was getting obscured again. Happily, I had some discrimination to see, okay, it's an experience. But they are very clever, the yogis, because then they repeat that a little before a month again, so that they are continuously in this good state. But they don't know. We have a yogi here. Is a yellow laugh or good laugh? Good laugh.
And that he put his finger there.
Yeah, he's a very mysterious.
Yeah.
It was cell-luminous, not self-luminous. Yes, Agathe.
With your grace, at once, something you just keep quiet.
You want just to keep quiet now?
No, I say,
Yeah. You keep quiet now? Yeah, but that's beautiful.
it is at once revealed.
Yes. It is with your own trust, your own demand. And my joy to see that. Now you see, you will understand what's going on around you. You will understand clearly what's going on around you. it doesn't matter, nothing to transform, nothing to change. But you are not fooled. You are not confused.
I see that people identify with that state of, or what they are doing.
Of course, everybody identified with some belief. The mind has to be fed up to believe and to jump from one belief to another and so on. He has to be really fed up to want, oh no, I want to be free. Ah, leave me alone. It is enough. Too much. Otherwise, he will try to the max, Fed up.
I have a question about the light body. I understood that Eastern symbolizes Jesus' realization through the light body, and not only the light body, but can you explain something about this? No.
The image of the ball that is rolling after the hand left it. Is this stick? Is there more?
This image is given to express that don't form a concept when you hear or when there is this moment of radicality you have seen, you have realized, means there is a self-realization. And don't be surprised that still this body and mind behaves maybe the same as in the past. Of course, as it is not nourished with belief as before, the span of the movement may continue till you die in a slow speed or not. Or not, it doesn't matter. So don't rely on the appearance even though you free yourself. Don't worry if you look still dark or light. Don't be concerned. Happy? That's what you see. It is said, and I agree with that, that you cannot recognize in a way a free, a self-realized. Because if you want to check it through the behavior, through this and that, oh, then you will be mistaken. So, Onepeli have to add a few clever people justify their behavior with that saying, but we will not go more into that.
All kinds of things happen during satsang, and then sometimes there's a feeling from I want you to know what's happening, and then at the other end I think, yeah, but you know it all, so what should I say? Because also there is the feeling that I don't want to give it words. I don't want to frame it in a way.
To frame yourself.
Yeah, not to frame myself. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
That's
yesterday, there was an experience. I don't. It was something that hit me very much. It was that you said the search or the travel is squeezed between home and home.
Mm-hmm.
And that
You ate the sandwich.
I ate the sandwich. It consumes everything. Yeah. So, but it's up to me to stay with that and to make
yes,
it.
because it is you disappear, but your realization.
Yeah.
Mm. But already you ate this huge sandwich. It's great. You ate already that huge sandwich. I mean, it's a great event. No?
I was in the beach and I saw some reflection from the sun. It did some light. And you were speaking about the moon. And I want to check with you this reflection, and not. When I look to the sun, it's just the sun that I see is always there. To give the light, you know.
Something about reflection and the sun.
Yeah.
What do you
This
try to?
mind and manifestation.
Mm.
And it's like, I wonder if there is some connection between the sun that is always there,
You mean the physical sun?
physical sun,
Ah.
and the source.
They are symbols, huh? When symbols sometimes are used Sometimes your knowledge doesn't fit your experience. You know that the sun is always there, but your experience is that it rises and then sets down and so on. And about reflection, where is the mirror to have a reflection? This is exactly the make out of the mind. There is a sun, there is a reflection. Don't mistake the reflection for the sun, and so. This is mind fuck. This is mind fuck. You see, there is never a mirror.
And the sun will be gone after 15 minutes.
You see, it's impermanent. Thank you very much. Impermanent, we will be there to see it, and you see, there will be no satsang anymore. So the self-knowledge is shaking here. Beliefs, we have many beliefs. Doesn't matter. Turn the pages very quickly of this huge book of life. To see that, oh, there was never a book. But Sam? Disgusting.
Beautiful word, consumed. It's a beautiful word, consumed.
still meditating? Just now. No, only you meditate. They don't meditate. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because it quiets me.
But I thought to be quiet is also not who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, I try to go onward.
But there is no bridge, huh?
That's no one.
Bridge. It's not going quieter and quieter and quieter, and then you will be consumed in yourself. What's going on? It's a happy day. What is going on? You want to laugh at that?
Now you said bridge, and she said what, and I said brug.
Brug. Wait, brug. No brug. Niet brug. Geen brug.
Er is geen brug.
Ja, oké. In satsang, don't meditate. Don't meditate because then you close your doors. Because you see, it's in a split second that you realize yourself. But if you close and delay through some practice, then it can take a lifetime. Because it's not because you will reach the deepest silence ever that it will help you. You will have still to ask, who is meditating? Who is the meditator? So try to see the trueness of it, or if you can't, ask questions. Try to be clear about it. This is a good attitude, huh, Mama? Little downer, please.
What you told me the last time, that I will, it shook me so much that, okay, any state, it will not be how I will appear, how the I will appear, it's not how.
Yeah, it's not how I will appear, yeah, good, then?
I'm still making. You said the meditator, I because
You see, you reinforce the so-called reality of I. You just change the dress. I is now, he was a seeker, or he was this and that, and I now is a meditator. It's just to delay this direct realization. Why do you want always to base yourself somewhere? To locate, to concentrate yourself in one wave? Through habits, of course, through beliefs, through so many things, I agree. But if you come to the point of dropping the concepts, the ideas, to be a meditator is an idea. You were not a meditator before, and now you are a meditator, and then you will not be after. If at any time, even while you sleep, you are not a meditator. So what? It's because it gives you probably an experience of something else than whatever you can experience in the daily life. It has a flavor of this spirituality, but it's all a fantasy. It's a fantasy. Spiritual fantasy is as huge as the worldly fantasy. I don't say it helped in a way, because of that one can even suddenly want really liberation.
So what is it to really keep quiet? How is not to sit and not to meditate? Means like how not to...
You have not to make effort, it's your nature. You don't realize, if you use your mind, if he sleeps on a platform, so it looks it's no effort or it's natural, but you work with your mind. In fact, you are yourself. If you don't use your mind, you are yourself, which is absolutely not located. Or located everywhere. Of course, we can always speak in those terms. But you make effort with your mind. Because of habits, because of some beliefs maybe still remaining, or past beliefs, you confuse this habit to use the mind for yourself. This is the thing, in fact.
The last time that you told me, Ganga, I felt you really shaken such a big thing, such a big thing, and I feel like I need to make effort not to grasp again this old talk,
Okay, but do it and make this effort. It looks an effort because you are too used to have this. It looks the movement is so natural. So in the beginning, it's like, I tell you, you have to close your teeth and fist and whatnot to say, no, I don't go there anymore. Enough! So it looks a tremendous effort, but it's just part of the illusion, but it's needed. It's needed to be relieved. Once at least, once. It's not open mouth that you will realize. Shanti, Shanti. No. No. You are taken or by surprise, or you are... So, as soon as you see yourself landing somewhere, but maybe you cannot spot, a meditator is what? Is it not landing somewhere? Did you see it? No.
But when I'm more, I never saw it. You said all what appears, I can see suddenly much more. What does it mean? The mind.
Okay,
the mind.
see more. See more. See the whole thing. Why to make some exceptions? See the whole thing. And the whole thing is just one thing. All depends on that. You have seen that? Everything depends on this so-called real I. Then the world is real, and then everything, experiences, everything is real.
How did this appear, then, the mind?
I wonder.
Yeah.
There is no limitation to the self, so I can simply, in a banal way, say, why not? I don't know. It doesn't appear all the time, so.
Is it possible to say that even the journey we make is not in our hand?
What does it mean? You mean to be taken by the search of liberation?
To be taken by satsang and to go and to come.
Yes. I mean, you are born with that, or in this life suddenly you are taken by that. Who knows from where it comes from? Of course, some can explain it's the result of a long journey and all that. It's very logical to say so, but I mean, why to enter there? You see, all explanations, there is always some very good explanation of something, and then a better one will come. And I think the explanations will not help. You are taken by that, just fulfill that. You see this this split second, comment se pourrait dire, faire fi. Discarding this fulfillment of self-realization is exactly the moment you discard any philosophy or explanations, because in fact it's part of the fantasy. So I will not feed that. When one is quiet about the why and the how, you see, it means then he's no more tyrannized by his mind. It's a tyranny. The mind has a very good trick to open chapters. To be freed from that tyranny. But that's why in satsang it will rarely bring many people, because you see it's not very attractive for the mind. Whatever question, it's root it out. So of course it's a bit quite a zen, minimalist for the mind. I think if you read the Yoga Vashishta fully, you will have quite enough knowledge, quite satisfied, and then you will appreciate that it doesn't depend on any knowledge. That is the benefit of that book.
I met a guy once, he read it for 25 years.
Who?
In Hoshiarpur. He
25.
read Yoga Vashishta for maybe 30 years, it was.
Yeah,
Continuously.
you need to read a lot to be fed up. And he left it in the end?
No, he was the Yoga Vashishta guru.
30 years.
Which one? The one on the platform? No. But it's very good also. It's a very good help because it shortens, instead of trying to find by yourself or ask here and there, it is, let's say, serious book about it. So at least it makes a compact something to make the mind, oh, okay.
It's quite unbearable to read it.
Today.
My
But it's
God.
very attractive when
Yeah.
you search. It's very attractive because you will know a bit more. It's like all those Upanishads, you see, it's very important at a certain stage. But then in the end you ask a bit like, should you put your beard up the blanket or down? You have to be conscious in your sleep or not, and so on. I mean, it's you get mad with all those things in the end. Oh my God, I've been troubled by this.
A thought came to me now. That do I have to keep on fighting this for a long time?
You are yourself. Why should you fight?
Fight the sleepiness. I mean, my satsang every day now is just about fighting the sleepiness. We'll just keep on going on.
Maybe you need so much to sleep.
But when I...
You know, it will listen. It will enter through your different ears.
What will enter my different ears?
The satsang. Sleep. Sleep with your physical ears and be open. Have an open sleep.
Oh, is that okay? That will make it easy because I don't have to fight trying to stay awake.
No, because anyway what you will catch is with your physical mind. So sleep to the mind and be open.
Thank you.
Yeah. That would be interesting, huh? To have a self-realization in open sleep. I would like to see that.
New experiment, huh?
If you allow me.
Okay. That's nice. I can experiment then.
Yes. Can I come and put my head on your lap for a moment? You can, but what does it mean for you? Come? What does it mean? You want to rest? Oh! You want to rest? Huh? Let us to rest there, huh? Ali. She's going to sleep.
Open
Before
sleep.
Bas? Bas? Enough? You Yes.
It's not because I experience that it's real. I'm just I feel always trying to figure out. It's not because it appears
okay.
that it's real. It's not because.
Surely not. If it appears, it is not real. It comes from yourself, of course, but don't confuse what appears for who you are. It's because you make those differences, no, that you are troubled. You have to stop thinking. There is no other solution. Stop thinking. It's okay. You cannot stop it, you cannot control it. But at least know it's my mind. And then there will be less attraction because you hear nothing real will be there. But absolutely nothing. You see, if I can boldly, who am I to say so? Say that Yoga Vashishta, there is nothing there. Who am I to say so? But I can say so. Because it feeds your mind. The split second of self-realization, and when it's finally you don't listen to a single suggestion of your mind, because it is enough. I am enough fooled. No, I know this is mind. Why should I go there? Because I went there, I suffered and searched. Let me be free from this search. Don't worry. Don't worry. Like this, it works. Like this. Hear it again and again. One day you don't need to repeat it.